Hi everyone, this video helps you to learn about cold chain maintenance. Cold chain is the system used for storing vaccines in good condition. Cold chain plays a key role in successful implementation of immunization program. What is cold chain? The cold chain is a system of storage, transportation and distribution of the vaccines with the efficacy and potency at recommended temperature from the point of manufacturer, that is from the industry site to the actual vaccination site, is called cold chain. Look at this chain, how this quality of vaccine will reach to the consumer site. So there are some link between the manufacturer and the consumer site, that is distributor, depots, provider unit. Okay. From the manufacturer till it reaches to the consumer site, there should be the recommended temperature need to be maintained. Let us see the importance of cold chain maintenance. First, we should obtain the vaccines from the manufacture site. Second, storing and transporting the vaccination with a good potency, maintaining the supply of vaccines, having information about essential equipment, supply of electricity, keeping the vaccines as recommended low temperature, that is +2 to +8 degrees Celsius, protecting the vaccine from sunlight exposure, maintaining the potency of vaccines. What are the key purpose of cold chain maintenance? Maintain the potency of the vaccine, assurance and confidence. This assurance and confidence will expect both the side, provider and the consumer side. What it means? The provider, they should have a confidence about their potency and the quality of the vaccine which provided by them. At the same time, the consumer also, they should have the confidence about the benefit of that vaccination. Without any fear, without any doubt, they should consume that vaccine. And the third one is ensure the maximum benefit. They should not waste the vaccine, what it is available, should be reached to the people. What are the components of cold chain? The first one is apparatus, otherwise it call it as equipments, supplies, that is vaccine, manual efforts, which is from the manufacturer site until it reaches to the regional or district or to the village, there will be the manual effort will be there. And the fourth one is transportation. The transportation may be happen through van or through aeroplane, but they have facilities of refrigerator. And the fifth one, it is very important that communication. So effective communication about the storage and the handling of vaccination between the sender and the receiver should be immediate and proper. Types of equipments. There are two kinds of equipments, that is storage equipments and transportation equipments. Under the storage equipments, there are three equipments are there. One is walk-in cooler room, and second one is ILR, that is ice line refrigerator, and third one is deep freezer. So these are the things mainly we can use it for the huge storage. And the second, transportation. When we are transporting from the regional site or from the PHC, we should be reached to the beneficiary site. That will be the village or will be the Anganwadi. Okay. So here we can utilize the vaccine carrier or day carrier or the cold packs. These all the things will be helpful to transport that vaccine to the consumer site. The storage equipments in large quantities are walk-in cooler rooms, deep freezer, ILR, as we discussed in the previous slides. What is walk-in cold room? This is a refrigerator of the size of a room in which all types of vaccines can be kept safe. It is used in manufacture site, regional site and the district health centers, because these all the areas we need a huge storage facilities. So in that case, we can use this walk-in cold room. Look at this. This is the walk-in cold room. Here, we can store the vaccines up to 3 months without losing the potency of the vaccine. Next, we can see about the deep freezer. At the district hospitals or district PHC and the regional PHC, block PHC and the community health center, we used to have this deep freezer. The temperature will be maintained minus 15 degrees Celsius to minus 25 degrees Celsius. At the PHC, we'll used only for the preparation of ice packs. Okay, so this is only for preparation of ice packs. We used to keep this deep freezer in the PHC. Let's see the types of deep freezer. There are two types of deep freezers are available. One is big size and second one is small size. Big size capacity is 300 liter. It will be useful in the district storage area. Here they will be used for to make the ice pack and store the polio and the measles vaccine. Next type is small deep freezer. The capacity is 140 liter. It will be available in PHC and the community health center. Here they will be used for to make the ice pack in PHC. CHC for storing the polio and the measles, they are keeping it. What is ILR? It is ice lined refrigerator. It will be available in district level storage area and all the PHC levels. It will be maintain the temperature between plus 2 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature recommended by WHO for storing the vaccine. This ILRs or top opening can hold cold air inside better than front opening refrigerator. Look at this picture. This is the cross-sectional view of this ILR. This is the outlook of this ILR. Let's see the placements of vaccines inside this ILR. Here is the place we can utilize to keep all the vaccines. At the bottom, we can keep oral polio vaccine. Over that, measles. Above it, BCG and Japanese encephalitis vaccine. Over that, Rota vaccine and TT vaccine. Above it, DPT and IPV. IPV means inactivated polio vaccine. And over that, pentavalent. Above it, hepatitis B, and it will be covered with the diluents. Here the compressor, and here the returned vial can be placed in this area. The temperature of this area minimum 5 degrees Celsius and maximum 43 degrees Celsius. Let's see the sensitivity to the temperature of each vaccine. Here the sensitivity to the heat. So that this arrow says that the sensitivity will be high in this vaccine, and when it is go down, it says that less sensitivity it has towards the heat. So BCG, varicella, MMR, hepatitis B, DT, that is diphtheria and tetanus, or the acellular pertussis vaccine or inactivated polio vaccine or hip vaccine. It has the less sensitivity to heat, but BCG it does have a high sensitivity to heat. That's why it is placed it in the bottom of this ILR. Next, we can move on to the sensitivity to the cold. Here, the hepatitis B combinations with the diphtheria, that is inactivated polio vaccine, hip vaccine, influenza, MMR, varicella, BCG. So here, this is high sensitivity to cold vaccines, and this is the less sensitivity to cold vaccine. Next, we'll see about the sensitivity towards the light. Sensitivity to strong light, sunlight, ultraviolet, fluorescent light, mainly due to neon, it will be react to the vaccine. That means it will be reduce the potency of this vaccine. Just to see here, BCG, MMR, varicella, meningococcal C conjugate, and most diphtheria and tetanus, and acellular petosis containing vaccines. Okay, this is the order of sensitivity high to low order of the vaccines. So BCG and MMR, it has the higher sensitivity to the light. So this is the that's the order is going like this, high to less. This vaccine should always be stored in their original packaging until the point of use to protect them from light. We should not open it and keep it outside. Next, we'll see about the equipments for transporting the vaccine. Here, the vaccine carriers, day carrier and the cold packs. It is useful when we are going for immunization program. We are transporting the vaccines from the PHC to the beneficiary site. Trucks and the aeroplane or the van also be used in transporting the vaccination from the storage area to the PHC or the district level or to the regional level. So refrigerators should be arranged in this trucks or van or the aeroplane with the heat resistant equipments. Aeroplanes mainly used to save the time to reach the area. So vaccine carrier, look at this picture. This is the outside appearance of vaccine carrier. This is the inner side of this vaccine carrier. So this is suitable to carry the small quantities of vaccines, that is minimum 16 to maximum 20 vials from the PHC to the subcenter or to the Anganwadi site or to the beneficiary site, that may be a village or two. This is the square box made up of heat resistant material and light in weight. We can easily carry this to the site. It has 4 packs of ice are kept inside in this box. These are the 4 ice packs, 1, 2, 3 and 4. All the 4 sides it will be covered and will maintain the temperature of this vaccine. This is cold pack, otherwise we can call it as ice packs. The flat bottles of plastic which are filled with water but should not add the salt inside this water. These are used in the vaccine carriers after freezing with the water. These things will be keep it inside the deep freezer. Deep freezer main purpose to make this cold box only. Okay, this 4 packs will be keep it in the vaccine carrier and 2 will be utilized in the day carrier. Okay, so what is the purpose of this cold packs? When we are using in vaccine carrier or in a day carrier, it will be maintain the temperature between +2 to +8 degrees Celsius of that vaccine inside this vaccine carrier. Day carrier, we can keep the vaccines for a day, but minimum we can use it for 12 hours only. Can keep 6 to 8 vials inside this day carrier. These include a boxes of thermocol and contains 2 ice packs. Already in the previous slides, you have known that what is ice packs. Along with the vaccines, there will be the diluent also will be placed inside the vaccine carrier or the ILR. So this specifically designed to reconstitute the vaccines with respect to volume, pH and other chemical properties. If that vaccine is in the form of powder, then we have to make it into liquid form. So that we can able to give through intramuscular or we can give intradermal like that. Okay, so in that case we need to have this diluents. It will comes along with this vaccine. We need not to use anything from outside, which comes along with the vaccine. That alone you should use it for diluting that powder form vaccines. It can be stored at +2 degrees Celsius to +8 degrees Celsius in the ILR. When we are taking it to the village, we can use you can keep it in the vaccine carrier. Next, very important, that VVM. VVM means vaccine vial monitor. So this vaccine vial monitor is a label containing heat sensitive material that is placed on the vaccine vial to register heat exposure over time. Just to see, this is the vaccine. See this. This is the vaccine vial monitor. How to read that VVM? If this already I've shown that what is the VVM. If you are seeing this, the inner square is lighter than the outer circle, means it is in good conditions. We can use this vaccine. And if at the same time, when the time is passing, the inner square it will become little lighter than the outer circle. In this case also, if there is no expiry, if the expiry date has not passed, we can use this vaccine. Here, we are not able to find the inner circle. In this condition, we can discard the vaccine. The color of the inner square matches that of the outer circle. It should not be used for the beneficiary. And just to see this, in this condition also, here what happened? Here the inner circle beyond the discard point, the inner square is darker than the outer circle. In this case also, do not use the vaccine. If it is the expiry date is there also, you should not use in two conditions. So when we are seeing the symbol of this two, if there is a availability of the expiry date, we can utilize the vaccine. But in this case, please don't use it. That means it lost its potency of that vaccine. Let's see some of the do's and don'ts while handling this ILR, this vaccine storage. What are the things we should not do? No food or medical specimen should not be keep it inside the ILR. Do not place fridge in direct sunlight or near to the heat sources. Please don't keep it near to the window or door. At least 10 centimeter away from the wall, we can place this ILR. And do not store vaccines for more than 1 month in the PHC. Do not store vaccine in fridge doors or in solid plastic trays or in containers within the fridge. Fridge means here the ILR only. Keep vaccines away from the fridge walls and cold air vents. So what are the things we can able to do? Use a dedicated vaccine fridge. If you are using the ILR, the purpose only for storing that vaccine. Safeguard electricity supply. You should have a stabilizer and should have a continuity of the electricity. No more than 50% full of that vaccine. Place vaccines in clearly labeled plastic mesh baskets. Group the vaccines by type. It may be a pediatric or adult or adolescent. Like that, you can label it and keep it. Defrost and calibrate fridge regularly. Ensure backup facilities are available in the event of fridge failing. If there is no power that time, when you are doing that defrosting, in that case we can utilize the deep freezer for some time to keep this vaccine with the recommended temperature, but should not keep it for a longer period. That is not advisable. How to control the cold chain? Keep the vaccines in appropriate conditions as suggested by the manufacturers. The details will be given in the leaflet. You can read it before utilizing this. Follow all the precautions while transporting the vaccines. That means when you are transporting through aeroplane or through truck or through van, okay, whatever it should be, there the temperature, recommended temperature should be maintained. And then record the temperature of storage place twice a day and preparing the temperature chart every day. If you find any fault, immediately you have to inform to the biomedical department. And the next thing is maintain the equipment of cold chain and the appropriate functioning of its components, conducting potency test from time to time. Next thing is keep communication system. It should be effective and it should be a latest one. From the center to the receiver, the proper way of handling this vaccines. That information should be reached immediately and it should be effectively. Train all the people, those who are working or handling the vaccination or immunization programs. That is very important. Role of a nurse. Here the nurse, she should be responsible while handling the vaccine, mainly when she receiving the vaccine, when she storing that vaccine, distributing the vaccine and utilizing the vaccine to the beneficiary site. She should maintain the WHO recommended temperature of the vaccines, that is minimum plus 2 degrees Celsius to maximum plus 8 degrees Celsius. And next thing is communication. It should be effective and immediate communication. And the third one is you should do the recording and reporting, especially the temperature in the morning and the evening of the ILR, and about the stock of the vaccine and the equipments which is used for that vaccine transporting and storing, about the conditions of the equipments. If any repair, anything is there, she has to report to the biomedical department. Priorly, she should report to their higher authorities. Let me conclude the topic. This cold chain maintenance, it plays a vital role in immunization program. The success of the UIP, that is Universal Immunization Program, depends upon this maintenance of cold chain maintenance. It is the heart and shoulder of the immunization program. Let me summarize the class. Till now we have discussed about the meaning of cold chain, importance and purpose of cold chain maintenance, and the links which is used in this cold chain maintenance, equipments and its maintenance, and finally it's a very important that role of a nurse in cold chain maintenance. Hope you understood about the cold chain maintenance. Thank you for patience listening. Thank you.